Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog.
Yo, it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog, and I want to say that shout to Big Tone. I was just over there. He was like, "Yo, where your stream at?" I just want to start off and say, no matter the loss, the win, it don't matter. I'm gonna continue to pull up unless it's some type of situation where I cannot pull up. That being said, shout to Leonardo. I see you in the chat. Shout to Big Tone. Shout to the Nets fans. We the best fans. Listen, we took a tough loss tonight to the 76ers. They set a record for three-pointers. I mean, you want to win playoff games. You just can't allow that to happen. You know, they hit 21 three-pointers, and the way they out-rebounded us was ridiculous. Watching that game, it hurt to watch because there was a lot of plays where they got the loose ball or, you know, they scramble for it or they got the offensive rebound, specifically the offensive rebound. And I just want to start off saying that it's hard to beat a team. Well, first off, the reps weren't that bad, but they didn't have to be, you know. They were 16 for 16 from the free throw line. They were 21 for 43 from the fucking three-point line. Like, what? That's 48%, bro. We shot at a high clip, too, at 44, 13 for 29. But 21 and 13, you look at the difference between 13 and 21 and three-pointers, that's 24 points. You look at the score, we lost by 20 points. They pretty much beat us on the second chance opportunities that they got from the offensive rebounds, which were 14 offensive rebounds. They had 89 shot attempts. We had 70. So they had 19 more shot attempts than we had. They had 9 more offensive rebounds than we had. And yeah, you guessed it, we had 19 turnovers. It's hard to win a basketball game like that, let alone a playoff basketball game. You feel what I'm saying? But shit, man. It is what it is. I'm out. I'm venting at this point. You know what I mean? Because this about to be a rant. I see my guy Leaf in the chat. I'm about to throw the link in the chat. You know, but I just want to get this shit off my chest real quick. I gotta get this shit off my chest. Play Cam Thomas. Joe Harris had 14 minutes, 3 points, 2 boards, 1 for 3 for the game, and 2 turnovers. His production was dismal. Play Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas deserves Joe Harris minutes. Shit, we got Raekwon Gray on the roster. Play Raekwon Gray before you play Joe Harris. Shout out to Barry. He asked me, is Joe Harris, do I trust Joe Harris in the playoffs? After what I see today, no. I do not trust Joe Harris in the playoffs. And I want Cam Thomas to get Joe Harris minutes. Even if it's only 14 minutes, I'll take that over Joe Harris. Day'Ron Sharpe, he's a funny piece because he had 4.6 boards and 6 assists and 3 boards, but his stat line don't really show what we needed him for. We needed him to rebound with Paul Reed, and Paul Reed gave us trouble, man. I said he would. He had 11 points and 4 boards, and I think that came off of like 2 offensive rebounds. And he was just a guy they could go to, and he gave Embiid rest, so they didn't have to, play Embiid outrageous minutes. Embiid played his game. He had 26 points. Man, fuck the 76ers, man. Y'all know what he did, man. They gave us that work, man. Y'all see the game, man. I'm tight right now, man. I'm tight right now. Word. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat for my guy Leaf. I know other fans like Leonardo and T Sweezy might pull up. It's all good, but yeah, man. Don't play with me, man. I'm not in a good mood right now. We never had the lead. The entire game. We played from behind the entire game. 55% is good. We shot well, but again, man, they shot 19 more times than we did, and we had 19 turnovers. So that shit was hard. It's hard to watch. Yo, what's good, Leaf?
Brooklyn fan band Breeze, man. What's good, bro?
First I gotta come clean and say Spence had a bad game, man. Spencer had
I'm
a bad fucking game, man. So we can start
I
there.
well, all right. We're gonna start there with the game portion of it, and then I'm gonna get to what I basically already know, and what a lot of people, very few people don't know. Um, as far as the game goes, man, I said I was on the I don't know if you seen PC earlier. I was on Chilltown stream earlier.
Yeah, I had why I pulled up late. I had did the KVN podcast and then I pulled up. I tried to get on because I seen SB did.
I had to get on there first because I was up all late last night and I had to realize, bro, like how far on the back nine we was coming into this series, bro. I'm like, yo, I'm thinking to myself with the chemistry that we still developing as a fairly new team with 4 new starters. How in the hell are we gonna win a playoff? How in the hell are we gonna win one damn playoff game in this series? I don't know. I
Okay,
really don't
I
know.
want to. I want
I'm
to answer that question with you, bro. I want to let's slow it down right there and let's try to answer that question. The way that we do it, well, when I look at the stats, let's just look at what's a blaring standing out. I mean, right in front of us, you can't miss it because it's the biggest problem.
right.
Is the attempts to turnover. So we got 19 turnovers, and they got 19 more shots than we got.
Right.
That's a problem.
The
That's a
well
problem.
the points off of turnovers is probably a little bit more glaring because
It is.
like I'm not even gonna harp on the night on the threes that they hit because we were still relatively in the game, and it just speaks to how to just how mediocre the 76ers are and why they don't belong to they have no business representing the Eastern Conference, but I'm gonna get to that later. The fact of the matter is as far as we go, bro, like it's just we with the time with a team like we have, right, with the new cast of characters that we have, having that time off, it really hurt us, man. Like me personally, this is one of the reasons why I kind of wish realistically that we was in the plan. And one of the reasons why, because it's something that Jay said a while back. Yo, we need to develop more and more chemistry. We need to play more and more. The more time you out there, the more time you be accustomed to getting more
Yeah, but
feet wet with each other, more stuff, and learning more and more stuff. Like
yeah,
when you playing.
hold on. Realistically, I got pushback for you and Jay on that because if you go to the play-in, that doesn't serve us. That don't serve us good because we was exhausted going into the playoffs last season because we was in the play-in, and not to mention if we in the play-in, that mean we need to work on our X and O's and fundamentals. We fucking losing games to get to the play-in. You know what I'm saying? Not to
That's
mention,
true.
not and we were a fringe playing team at the 6-7 seed only because Jacques Vaughn, in my opinion, wasn't the coach for the first 10 games.
Right.
So if he was, we easily in fifth place. We would have had to win 3 more games, and that's because the Knicks were two more wins than the Knicks to be in fifth. Bro, I give us that credit. I do. I do.
I give us that credit, but what's more glaring going forward is well, at least in this postseason, is that with the way that Philly played today, and I kind of knew like some record breaking shit was gonna happen. I even said it before the game because I'm one of the few people that know the politics of the game, and you popped on the referees. The referees didn't have to do nothing. Well, when it gets to the points of the referees that they got to do something and they got to protect business, which is the Philadelphia 76ers, not us. What's going to happen when we start figuring out what Philly is doing? What's going to happen when we start figuring out how we could
Well,
counter react them, and it's gonna get ugly then because as good as the and shot and
nah,
listen.
nah, yo, bro. All right, let me say this. My thing is, I want to see the Brooklyn Nets compete. The refs are going to be the refs. We can't change them from being the refs. They're going to show up and do whatever it is that they're going to do. But this is the playoffs, and it's going to be heavy scrutiny on what
Right.
they do and don't do. Even to the extent where they showed the replay and they called it a common foul on the Brooklyn Nets when Embiid he like drew back, like he got hit in the eye mad hard. When they looked at the replay, they said nah, it wasn't a flagrant foul, it was a common foul. So for one, I want to say I like that the refs do that. They look at the replay to determine if it's a common foul or a flagrant foul.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I can't put that on the refs and fuck
No,
them.
no, no. I'm not. No, this is no. This is ain't no way, shape, or form on the Nets, man. The Sixers came out guns blazing, and they did what they did. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not gonna really harp on that. Like, man, I'm trying to maintain my composure real quick, but
Talk your shit. This is the place, man. You. If it
I'm
was
more.
ever a
I'm
place,
more.
talk your shit. It's here.
I'm more in a. I'm more in a at. I'm more in a half peace, half frustration about what's going to take place the rest of this series because I knew we was gonna lose by the most points today, and we probably gonna be lose by the most points this whole weekend out of all the game ones that's gonna get played because tomorrow. Who's playing tomorrow? I think Memphis is playing tomorrow at 3. Or they got the early game. Then I think it's one more Eastern Conference game that might be Milwaukee and Miami, and
Yeah.
they're gonna make it seem like Miami can still compete with Milwaukee because Milwaukee done had problems end of the season, and the two other Western Conference games, I think Minnesota and Denver, and I think what's that other series? The Suns and the
Sons and
in the
Clippers.
Clip yeah. So I don't know if you watched that Golden State game. That was a damn good game tonight. I
Nah,
ain't
I
gonna lie.
see. I honestly I wanted to, but I was at work to keep it real.
Yeah. Then I ain't gonna, bro. Like, do you talk about fast pace, bro? Like that shit was Speedy Gonzalez out that motherfucker, bro. I'm
Yeah.
them niggas was up and down that
I
court.
heard. I heard they stole that first game. But
Yeah,
who was
they
home?
did.
No. Home. Sacramento was home, right?
Yeah, Sacramento was home. Sacramento was
Right.
home.
See,
Sacramento. I watched that game. Sacramento got lucky because Warriors made a mistake that they don't usually make. You know what I'm saying? Like if you watch the Warriors over the years, bro, they made a mistake over there. But I'm gonna get to that. But to harp on,
but no. Hold on. First off, I want to say most times when the Warriors were winning and they were the favorite, they had home court advantage where they
right,
wouldn't make those mistakes. And I just want to say, don't doubt that the fans could be the sixth man while the team is playing. While the both teams is out there,
I
those
mean,
remember
yeah,
they
but
they haven't been to
the
the
playoffs, man, in a
playoffs
lot of
in
niggas'
16
lifetimes, bro.
years.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I'm saying that to say I know that place had to be
Oh yeah. It was electric. It was electric. It was electric. Like the
yeah.
playoff. I've been to a playoff game before. I've been to the playoff game where we had Darren Williams, and I think we was playing the Hawks that year. And Darren Williams put up like the playoff atmosphere is for real, bro. Like it is what it is, bro. Like I'm telling you, it's the most crazy. Like in terms of crowd and atmosphere, it's the best feeling like you ever gonna get in your life, bro. Like sitting like near as close as the basket as you can to a playoff game. Oh my God. It's the only thing about that bitch is when the team loses, you gotta beat that rush hour traffic. That's the only thing about it. Um to go more on that game, that was a very good game. But I don't like when you talk about the six men, that's not a thing. I don't think that's a thing that the Warriors really suffer from. You know what I'm saying? Like we talking about a team that
Um,
won 4 championships in 8 years, bro. I don't think that really phased them. They just made a mistake that they don't usually make. They gave up the lead, and it was what it was. But Malik
yeah,
Monk shot.
I didn't see the game to add to what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't see
yeah.
the
I'm
game
I'm I'm gonna just
to
let you. Yeah,
rebuttal.
yeah. Whenever you
But
get a chance.
what I will say, and I keep putting emphasis. I know you don't think that it has the same like validity or whatnot, but I'm saying that I really do feel like the Sacramento Kings, the Beam, the fact that those fans got to go to the playoffs played a big part in why Sacramento won tonight. My case in point. If Sacramento was playing in an away game, I give that game to Golden State.
Right.
Because and I'm asking you now specifically, do you think home court advantage matters?
I think home court advantage matters to younger teams with like more youth, and that they were like a team that with a lot of youth. Like say a team like OKC right now. Take that team right now, right. In another 2 years, then they finish where Sacramento is finishing, and they have that same cast, but they still young. Like they still got a SGA, and Giddy is
I
like
don't know,
they
bro.
like 20 something years. It's gonna be important to them. It's not gonna be important to the teams that won.
All right. So hold on. Let me tell you what I mean. I watch games and I watch the home team go on runs. It could be a 6-0 run. It don't even be no big run, but the crowd going crazy. And
Right,
this is the home court advantage situation that I'm trying to discuss with you. In
right.
a home court setting, if the opposing team is on a 6-0 run,
Hmm.
the coach might not call a timeout just off of the
Right,
strength that we home we could get this thing back in order. We could get this thing back together. We got this. Don't worry about it. We good. Matter of fact, this is what we're going to do. You call it up, but depending on the situation. But if you're away and you a coach and they go on a 6-0 run, you gotta call that timeout.
facts.
So
I
you see what
feel
I'm
you. I
saying?
feel you on
And
that.
that's because the building is shaking. You
Right,
know
right,
what
right.
I mean? So
I feel you. I feel you from from that aspect. I definitely understand what you're saying. However, the thing I think in my from what I've observed over the years, I would say it matters more for like I would say the home court specifically going into the playoffs, specifically just going in. It can matter for a lot of teams, but it can matter for those teams that still those fans that's still hungry for championships. The fans that already got the championships, a lot of Warriors. It don't really mean too much to them, even though they're gonna go to get the game is really like, all right, yo, it's to them it's kind of a crowning achievement, like, all right, yo, a coronation. It's almost like the day before the parade for them. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't won 4 titles in 8 years. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? For the Bulls fans in the '90s, bro, it wasn't nothing. It was just an event. It was a coronation. You know what I'm
No,
saying? We all know what's gonna
I'm gonna
happen.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is definitely a wake up call for De'Aaron Fox. You got a player like De'Aaron Fox. When you talk about the Sacramento Kings, he was probably one of the first pieces that they built around for them to be where they
Right,
are right now. I
right.
think he was probably the first draft pick, De'Aaron Fox.
He did. I think he was top 10, somewhere
It's
around top
it's
10.
it's fair to say that the Sacramento Kings built this team around De'Aaron Fox.
It is. It is fair to say, but I think when Demonis was a collateral piece in it as well. So like I think teams now is building like 2 or 3 head monsters.
But
You know what I'm
this
saying?
is the glue because again they drafted him,
Right.
and I always give more. Just notice about me when I vlog, I give more credit to the draft pick or I try to because that's the franchise trusting the player to build with their team, and
Right.
that's where they got franchise players. And the free agent, you see how free agents did Brooklyn. So I
Right. Right.
always want to put a heavy emphasis on the draft pick opposed to the free agency because
Right.
of the
Right.
loyalty the draft pick player will have to the franchise.
Right. 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 And I understand. I understand you on that, but like my thing on that is my only pushback on that is nowadays in the case of like a LeBron or like a real like a top notch, you know who's going to be a superstar player. I agree with that. And in case of like
You don't know. Look how OKC. No, look how the Clippers fucked up. Well, did they fuck up by giving up Shea? Should they have kept Shea or Should they have kept Paul
I
George?
mean, who knows, man? Like that was more of a the Clippers basically did a lot of what we did. You know, all right, yo, we got Kawhi, so we got to bring who Kawhi won in with him, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of how Katie and Kyrie did. Because remember, you talked about how DeAndre Jordan was getting minutes over Jared Allen, but just because Katie and Kyrie approved of him more than they approved Jared Allen, ain't know him.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah,
basically
that
moving
was a
pieces.
problem though. That
Yeah.
wasn't good for us.
Yeah, that wasn't good for us long term. You know what I'm saying?
That shit
I know
wasn't
Nick.
good for us short term.
Yeah, yeah,
He
but
was
it
not
wasn't.
doing.
Yeah,
He
it
did not
wasn't
have
at
the same
all.
productivity as Jared Allen. And
It, no.
when I seen in tonight's game, I ain't gonna lie, he was getting housed by Mitch Robinson.
I seen that. I
Mitch,
definitely seen that. I definitely seen that, and I that's something that I did not clearly expect. But we got to remember, Cleveland is making their first playoff appearance and their first home playoff appearance since LeBron left. So
No.
like that's the and this is a
Nah,
totally new team.
Mobley got locked up. He couldn't score the ball. I mean, his
Exactly.
defense was
Exactly. Well,
okay.
I think and to harp more on that team, more on that Cavs team, I think they kind of on the back now because from Okoro, Mobley, and Jared Allen, they are not known as scorers. They're not known as game change. Their game changing is like how, they go how the guards go. So really, Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell, they got to do most of the heavy lifting on scoring because the Knicks. Listen, as much as we talk about the Knicks ain't gonna just lay down. You know what I'm saying? Like like
No.
Jalen Brunson is proven why Dallas should have gave him that money.
Yeah, no. I don't listen. I do the KV and Who Run the City of the podcast, but to be honest, doing it vlogging, I gotta be honest. I can't just hate on them because of the podcast. They're a good team. For a long time, I said that we're the second best team. But to get to what you were saying, yeah, I know your boy Cuban somewhere punching the air. But that being said, Brunson, he there with his pops. He playing morning
Exactly.
basketball. He
Yeah,
playing with a purpose. You know what I'm
yeah, he
saying?
playing. Yep.
And
He realistically at home and like because like whenever you. I don't know what it is. Whenever you near like your pops and you near family, like this seems like a
nah,
much
your
more
pops.
added. Yeah, it seemed like a much more
Remember
added
that move
motivation.
I told you? Remember what I showed you?
Yep. It seemed like much more added motivation, bro. Like because
Yeah.
like, now you want to show. Now you got a reason to show out.
Yeah.
And he been doing that kind of all year for the Knicks. And the fact that the Knicks got this game, I don't think the Knicks is gonna get this series. I'm far from that. I think they can, but I don't think they will. I think
I do. And it's to your point. It's what you said. You like to say harp on. It's what you said about you know, them not reaching the playoffs since since LeBron.
since LeBron left. Yeah.
What I seen about why they lost the Cavs, they lost because they couldn't get no offense from the front court.
Right. Exactly. And when I talk, when we talk about Okoro, Allen, and whatchamacallit, and Mobley, bro. I'm like, where's
Lauri Markkanen? That's what happened. If they had Lauri Markkanen right now, who went to Utah,
they went to Utah. Yeah.
If they would have had they better off had traded not Mobley, but the other two guys you mentioned. Send those players to Utah and kept Markkanen. Then you could beat a team like the Knicks, but the Knicks gonna get them hell, man.
I ain't gonna lie. If they would have had, they definitely would have. If they would have had Markkanen. I think they desperately need a Markkanen tonight. Like for real. Like
I think they lose this series because they don't have Markkanen, and they gonna paint.
So you got them losing the series?
After what I seen tonight, I don't see how the Cavs could win in the Garden, man. I got this shit. I think the Cavs win next game, but I got the Knicks winning the next two at the Garden. I got it 3-1 going back to Cleveland.
Wow.
I ain't gonna lie, but it depends though. But the truth is anything going to change for the offense in the front court? If nothing changes, they can't beat the Knicks, and that's because if they're one dimensional. If you're playing one team 4 times, right? You playing one team 4 times, a minimum
4 times. Yeah.
You're not playing no other team, and y'all professionals, and y'all play different teams every other night during the regular season.
Yeah.
You're gonna start learning tendencies and stuff like that. You gotta be nicer than sometimes you just gotta go harder than other players. And from what I can see, Allen, I like him, but there's no tough identity about the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're not tough.
Yeah, I don't really see it. I don't really
than the Cavs.
Yeah, I think I would probably have to agree with you. Now that we looking at it from that perspective, I'm thinking I'm
saying in the Mitch. Like when you think of statistically what Jared Allen did in the regular season, yeah, that's cool. But physically, Mitch is a lot for Jaron Allen to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like when you look at the offensive rebounds that Mitch got, it was ridiculous. You know, and again,
I
I
ain't gonna
thought
lie,
Jared
yeah.
Allen. I gave Jared Allen the benefit of the doubt.
To have
I thought
Jared
Jared Allen
Allen,
was going to give him work to
yeah,
some
but
Hakeem
like
type
to
shit.
have,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I'll be
Like,
honest with you. To have Jared Allen and Mobley get dogged like that on the boards, bro, like it's somewhat, it's a cause for concern realistically,
yeah,
because when you got a young
yes,
team, you got to have some type of umph. You got to have some type of umph, either from the coaching staff or somebody on like that's getting playing time. You got to have some type of umph, and it's one of the things I always harp on is that even though they didn't make the playoffs, the Chicago Bulls, Pat Bev gave that locker room some oomph. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He started to give that locker room some oomph, bro. Like and it that could that little bit of oomph can hurt. You know, like all right, yo, put your foot down, hit somebody, throw a bowl, do something. So
Yeah,
like the toughness that you talking about, yeah, I definitely don't see that from the Cavs, because those dudes look like nice guys, bro. Like D Mitch and Mobley, and those look like straight A students to me, bro. I'm looking at them, I'm like, man, I don't
yo,
think they want no work.
yeah, nah. I'm telling you, you got players like Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. I looked at Donovan Mitchell. I say he got that dog in him.
Yeah,
Like yo, he got it. He tough, but he not a vocal leader.
no, he
In
not.
my, in my, you know what I mean?
And I think they definitely need somebody vocal on that team to basically to keep them afloat, because it seemed like a lot of them is just happy to like be where they are. You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of give off that kind of that vibe a bit. Just yo man, hey, well, we made the playoffs, yo, we good. That I'm like,
Yeah,
man, f all of that,
yeah.
man. Listen,
The Knicks, you got even the Knicks, man. You know they record
I
from
feel
the
like
last time
Sacramento. I feel like
been.
Sacramento. I feel like
They,
Sacramento got something over there.
yeah, like listen, these teams, like for instance, well us, right? There's teams in the playoffs that made the playoffs and they got a narrative. They all got a storyline. The
Right.
Brooklyn Nets storyline is Mikal Bridges traded. He should have been part of the process. They traded him away, and
Mm.
it could go on and on. You got the Knicks who haven't been to the playoffs in consistent years in a while. You know, they make the playoffs, they missed the playoffs. They said
There you
that
go.
this is the first time they had a road win in like since May 30th, 1999 on in the
It's been
playoffs.
that fucking long.
This is the first time they had a road win. Game one, like that first
Ain't
game.
no way it's been that long. Nah.
They said that listen, this is the stat. You know, they statisticians.
Right.
He said May 30th, 1999 is the last time that the Knicks
Won a game
won.
on the road in the
Oh,
playoffs.
thank you. There you go.
That's
So
crazy, bro.
right. So what I'm saying is, you know, they out there playing with that dog in them. They playing with fight. Same as
Yeah.
Brooklyn. I feel like we didn't have leadership far as with them what he's supposed to do. I don't think he's. I think Cam
I don't think
Thomas.
Dinwiddie
I
head was
think
in it, bro, because like remember he came
yeah.
off that shit with Kuzma, bro, and I was just saying to
Mhm.
myself, we didn't get a chance to talk more about that. We was just kind of just with the shits, but I kept saying to myself, I'm like, that's not who you supposed to be worrying about right now. He not in the playoffs, bro. Like you worrying about him calling you din shitty and this, that, and the third. Y'all going back and forth on Twitter. This is what I mean, and this is what I was talking about Dinwiddie getting rattled and getting sporadic, because like he seemed like somebody that could get easily rattled as the lead guard. When you the lead guard, you
Right.
can't get rattled.
Right. I see
You
what you
can't get
mean. Let other players get in your head
yeah
psychologically and all that. Yeah.
you can't do that, especially as somebody that you're not even going against. You're not shooting. He ain't shooting up. He at home
Right.
laughing at you because
For having a
the
bad
few.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, he at home laughing at you
Right.
for the time that he spent with you and how he know you, bro. You
Right.
got a chance to change that.
And you know you're absolutely right. And we're gonna send this to Dinwiddie. I'll be tweeting the players, man. Like I'll
Yeah,
take clips that we did together, and I'll send them and I'll tweet it to them. You know what I mean? Or I'll
yeah.
post it. So I'm saying that to say, I had tweeted him, but I'll tweet him again and we'll let him know, like, yo, the best thing to do is remember that guy is going to continue to have jokes, whether it be from the 10th years old or whatever. You're going to remember that he's home, you're in the playoffs, and he's not for conversation because you have to face Harden, who I seen Dinwiddie give Harden work. When he played for the Brooklyn Nets, I seen him give him work. I seen it. Like he was the lead guard for the Brooklyn Nets. Houston Harden. It was him versus him. It was a great comeback. Like, yo, I'm telling you, Dinwiddie could win that matchup with his head in the game.
But my thing going forward with us is can Dinwiddie lead can Dinwiddie be the lead guard in a playoff win on the road against a team with arguably probably the MVP of the league and probably the second best option in Harden to a playoff win on the road? And like my thing, like, because I already know everything about this, everything coming into this game told me that Mikal was gonna go off. Everything. The second half, okay, all right, they pushed up. They moved Joel up on the pick and rolls a little bit more, like kind of to meet him to like show on the pick and rolls a little bit more, and that was actually a good strategy.
Yo, that one play from 13 points to 16 points. I don't know if you remember it like that.
I don't remember that because
I'm gonna break down the play. It was a play where Mikal Bridges, he come off of the corner, he finds Twin in the corner. Twin, he pump fake, go to the paint, he has nothing. He throws it back to Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges, he goes to the paint, has nothing. But Twin didn't just stay there. He went back to the corner, hit the corner three, splash. So what I'm saying is when they in sync like that, oh man, they good teammates together.
Yeah. Of course. But I think listen, the one thing we agreed on, like when we first started chatting about this team and about this specific roster, somebody knows somebody. Somebody got chemistry with somebody, you know what I'm saying, on this team. But not everybody got chemistry with everybody on this team. That's the problem. And that's going to be the thing going forward. And because we even said it to the high heavens, bro. Like when we got 4 new starters, it's going in half of the season, and we're lucky to be where we are to begin with in this 16, bro. Like this, just call it what it is.
I disagree with that. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, it's because of the chemistry with the other teammates. And again, all we gotta do, look, did you see the post-game interviews?
Nah, I didn't see the post-game interviews. I barely watched the game as it is. I watched it in fragments, bro. Like I was kind of in and out, and I had to do some other shit in the house, bro. I kind of knew we was gonna get our ass beat, bro. It was kind of the writing on the wall because when they went 6-12, we were still down. Even though they were like, it just Philly really ain't that good because they were supposed to beat us by 40, realistically.
Now I'm gonna tell you like this: the Brooklyn Nets. I'm gonna tell you what I saw. That first half, they can't fuck with Mikal Bridges. Yo, when it come down, there was plays where, like KD or Kyrie or something, like where we just need a bucket, ain't no plays drawn up. It's just, all right, give him the ball. We need to score. Right. And he was doing it.
Yeah.
And a heavy emphasis on his 2-pointers, his 3-pointers. He was going to the basket, kissing it off the glass,
setting the floaters, all of that to get some dunk, left-handed dunk. I've seen him.
He know how to float it and use the glass.
I agree with all that, but here's the thing. In terms of us as a unit, and in terms of us like going forward in the series as a unit, I listen. If I want to map it out, I don't know if I can map it out, but I mean, I'm trying to figure out to the life of me, how can we steal a game? Can we steal game 2? How can we steal a game on? And if we can't steal game 2, how can we win a game in this series? Period. Because out of all the teams that's playing, even today or tomorrow, it seems like we're the team that's literally on the back 9, and we're looking like the only team that's going to get swept for the second fucking year in a row, bro.
Nah, I'm not taking it that far, bro. Listen, what I will say is this to answer the question. when it comes down to how we win game 2 is Cam Thomas. Period. We could have all of these sweet sounding soliloquies. We had 101 points tonight.
Right.
We not scoring at the rate that we need to score to win a playoff game versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Why aren't we scoring these points? Because we not getting production from Joe Harris. True or no? Spencer didn't show up. So okay, if Spencer gonna be a facilitator, right?
Right.
Because that's the thing. Spencer, in my opinion, is a better facilitator. He don't really want to put up 3-pointers. He's not a 3-point shooter. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And I think that's the problem. So he's 5 for 12, but he's 5 for 12 because he's 1 for 5 behind a three. If you take away his 3-pointer tips, he is 4 for 7. You understand
Right.
what I'm saying? So what
Right.
I'm saying is take away his 3-point attempts. You don't need him to do that. You don't need Dinwiddie or Cam Johnson to take 3-pointers. You got Watanabe to take 3-pointers. You got Ed Sumner to attack the paint, and that's how you beat this team. You want to attack the paint. You can't beat this team by trying to outshoot more shoot at the rate they shoot far as the three. They had 21, we had 13. That's 24-point differential.
Right.
And when we lost by 20 points.
The
So
bot
yeah,
but the bottom line is all of the glaring points, and I was listening to you before I came in this whole game, man. Like basically the turn up from the turnovers to getting out rebounded by Paul Reed to them to the 3-point to the 3-pointers that they hit, man, and us not covering the 3-point line, not at least running them off the 3-point line. We got a lot more
right.
problems in offense, man. The 76ers is not that fucking good. They
No,
not
no,
that
I'm
fucking
not. I'm
good.
not saying. But I'm addressing it like it was a bulletin board or whatever. I'm just addressing what it is. The problem is the 70. When you look at it stat for stat, field goal percentage 70 to 89. Bro, they took 19 more shots than we did. That's
Right.
crazy to try to compete with a team, and it's like, bro, you're not giving yourself a fair chance by not protecting the ball.
Exactly.
Now we got to go to who had these turnovers. Dinwiddie had 4. Bridges had 3. I forgive Bridges for the 3 he had because he played a good game. But Dinwiddie got to do better. He the point guard. He shouldn't have 4 turnovers and 7 assists. I don't like that assist turnover ratio. That got to be better. Um, I take the 2 from Twin. I take the 1 from Finney. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these turnovers is just basketball, but even well, what I will say too is dribbling in traffic. Harris, that little silly shit. No, that Finney turnover was bad because he was in the air and he could have like put the shot up and he tried to pass it and that was a turnover. So that was bad. You got to hold that, Finney. You got to hold that. And also, Joe Harris, he was mid-air. Like you're a jump shooter. You're jumped in the air with the ball and you pass the ball. Nah, I don't trust Joey in the playoffs. I think he need to get his minutes shared with Cam Thomas and Watanabe. So if you asking me how we win the next game, you give Joe Harris. He had 14 minutes. You give those minutes to Cam Thomas and Watanabe. That's how we win it. And Sumner. That's how we win this game. Sharp had 17 minutes, 6 points, 4 assists, 6 boards. That's not enough. That's not enough. It's not bad, but it's not enough. It's
I
not enough.
mean, but in the minutes that he's giving you, like that's kind of what he been. If he gets 6 boards in like 12 minutes, man, that's pretty much what he been doing most of the time he been playing. Realistically, the glaring factor, I didn't even get to all the other glaring factors. Taking care of the ball. How many times I told you I don't like Dinwiddie as our lead guard? I told you this repeatedly.
Yeah, bro, I
And if
started it.
this performance happened for the next couple of games, I don't give a shit if we win a game, bro. I'm gonna keep saying it. I do not like Spencer Dinwiddie as our lead guard. I never will, bro. Like no matter how many assists he put up, listen, I think it's a lot of things that's going through him. Even when he's not sporadic, it seemed like he's sporadic because he's dribbling the air out of the ball and there's no movement off the ball. We don't have no movement. We don't have no screens. We don't have no screen setters. We don't have no we don't have no X's and O's. We don't have no sets because we got four new pieces on the team and it's
Nah,
still trying to get
I know
accustomed.
what it is. It's because he really a facilitator, and we need a scoring guard. They want Dinwiddie to be a combo guard. He's not a combo guard, and the truth is, the line ain't being supposed to look the way it's supposed to look like that.
Why?
It's
Why?
supposed to, hold on, let me tell you why. Let me
No,
tell you why.
Dinwiddie when he was
Lineups is important. Let me say
Dinwiddie.
why. Well,
Go
hold on.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead,
I
go ahead.
just want to say why lineups is important. You put Dinwiddie at the 1 because he's a facilitator. You put Cam Thomas at the 2 because he's a scoring guard. You put Mikal Bridges at the 3. That's what he's been playing in college and his whole NBA career. Him being a 2 guard is a new thing. So you do that, then you put Twin at 4, and you put Nick Claxton at 5. This whole starting Doe thing, I'm not jacking it. Like, bro,
So you want to okay? So your game plan is go all in on scores. That's what it
go
is.
all in on what?
Go all in on scoring. So we got Cam at the 2. We got Mikal at the 3. Mikal, when he's at the 3, he plays more defense than he's scoring. That's what the whole thing about him being at the 2, so he could score a little bit more, play a little less defense. So you want more. So you want to go in on more scoring. That's what you want.
Like, you keep talking about more scoring, bro. They had 30 points the first quarter, 37 points the second quarter. They outscored us in every quarter of the game. We need to score more points. Like, what are we talking about?
Do we need to score more, or do we
us every quarter of the game? No matter how many points we put up, they put up the same points and then some. Yeah, put Cam Thomas in the game because we're supposed to be stifling teams with our defense because Doe is in the lineup. So since Doe is in the lineup and we not stifling teams with our defense, sit him down. He come off the bench and Cam Thomas start. You can't tell me that a player explosive as Cam Thomas in the league that we playing today, the way they run it up the scoreboard, we the only team that for the most part, 101 points, I don't think you can win you a lot of games in the playoffs.
No.
So if that's not our identity, then don't force it. Put Cam Thomas in the game, ain't shit funny. Put him in the game and let us play to win, man. Like
so all right. So basically, what you're saying is, all right, put Cam Thomas in the game, see what happens, bro. Because we done gave the defense, we done gave the start DFS and defensive side of the thing a shot, man. And Mikal Bridges done had the game that he had, man. Like, okay, that's fine, but now we gotta go to get to more scoring. So like Cam Thomas, get Cam Thomas and Mikal in there. Change the lineup. Okay.
Change the lineup. Put Cam Thomas in.
I mean, it's not a bad idea at this point, man. You just like you throw whatever strategy you could throw out there, man. After a loss like we took tonight, but
let's get into what you said last night, right? You said Royce O'Neal, he our backup point guard. So what we had. Royce O'Neal was 6 assists. He had 4 points, 27 minutes. He had a nice and one too that I like. He was 0 for 3 behind the 3, and that hurt us too because when we was trying to match their 3-pointers, when they hit a 3, then Royce come down and try to hit a 3, that it wasn't falling, and we in a make or miss league, and we couldn't compete with them with the 3 ball, and that's part of the reason why we lost too. And again, this is why I be saying like you got to pay attention to what we do best and what they do best, and don't try to do what they do best better than what they do. Let's just do what we do best and be better than them.
I don't know what it is where we do best, bro. Like I'm still trying to figure that out.
2-pointers over 3-pointers. All right, look, 26 for 41 for 2-pointers. For 3-pointers, we were 13 for 29. Right. So case in point is they were 21 for 46 with their 2-pointers, but they were 21 for 44 with their 3-pointers. Right. I think our identity is putting Cam Thomas in the game and making him instrumental to the offense because he could penetrate dish too. He could do the kick out, but he's a scoring guard. So he's going to make the defense come to him because he got the floater and he'll score the ball. I think that Jacques Vaughn need to take whatever clamps you got on him, need to unleash him. Let him play. Do not put Cam Thomas in there for only garbage minutes when he can contribute points on the board. No Pusha T. Like, stop it. I'm telling you, man. And the only reason why I say that is because we got 101 points. Like, we need more than that.
Breeze, man. Listen, I'm gonna make one more point before I skedaddle, man. Because I listen. I take into advisement that strategy that you was just talking about, bro. Like, and I just put it out there on my next motivational rant or whatever, and everything, and just basically yell at the fucking team and yell at everybody on the team, whatever, to see what can happen. Because I don't think I don't
We
think the
go
Sixers
Reds.
I don't think the Sixers is that fucking good to begin with. That's one, but two, but I just gotta get over the shit that I was thinking about yesterday. But anyway, but I take it to advisement because everything that you said, it's all possibilities, and but at the same time, I still think at some point we gonna have to get some stops, obviously. But the Cam Thomas at the two and what you call it at the three situation, man. Like I could dig it, but I mean, we got to see, man. Like I don't know what Coach Javon mind at, man. Like I don't know, man. Like we'll see if he willing to roll a dice and throw whatever out there and see how it rock. But we gonna find out, man. Game two on should be on Monday, whatever. So
This
we'll
on
figure,
Monday.
yeah, we'll figure it out and we'll go from there, man. Brooklyn fan band, man. We're gonna stay with. We're gonna kick it again, man. Like we gonna figure this shit out, or we're
Yeah,
gonna die
facts.
trying, man. Fuck
Yeah.
it. I don't know. Listen, figure it out, man. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get at you. I'm gonna get at you soon, man. Oh yeah, I followed that Talking Nets page too, brother. I gotta figure out the call number because I thought the motherfuckers was a goddamn like the shit that we do. You just get on the stream and then pop up on the
Oh,
screen.
nah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they the call and shit. Yeah, I was like, oh, what the fuck
Yeah.
is this? Because just I followed it the other day. I was like, oh shit, it's the
Yeah,
call and
but
shit.
he big dog for real. I tried to do a
Yeah,
show
yeah,
with
yeah.
him. I tried to do a show with him last year and I couldn't. I didn't know how to work StreamYard and I fucking dumbed down and didn't do the show. But I was trying to enter the studio. But
Right.
now I don't know if I could. You know what I mean. I could still do it, but if I could, I would. But I
Yeah.
don't know, man. But shout out to Talking Nets, man. I call up
Yeah. Shout out to
things I
Talking
get.
Nets, man. We gonna get all the Nets. Shout out to all the Nets pages, all the Nets Twitter pages, all the off
Yeah,
Nets
man.
Twitter page, everybody, man. I try to send a lot of shit, a lot of my rants and rages and my little motivations to the teams however I can. All the players that certified on Twitter, whatever. I try to send all that shit to them. But we gonna get back at this, man. And listen, hopefully, man, we'll figure this shit out because I don't think the Sixers is that fucking good, bro. Like we'll figure this shit out, man. Like we'll see what's gonna happen.
But
Yeah, we gonna make something shake, man. Like Brooklyn, stand up all the way, bro.
facts.
Of course, man. I'm outie.
Yo, shout out to Leaf, man. He out here, man. It's the Brooklyn Nets fans. Nets fans is the best fans. And yeah, man, it's always good chopping it over Leaf, man. You know what I'm saying? Fan of his. I see him on Player's Choice. You know, throw your link in the chat, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, shout out to Talking Nets, man. Keith over there. You know, he worked with on Fan, man, the W Fan TV, and they broadcast the Brooklyn Nets game, man. That's what I was saying, man. Be doing this thing. But I didn't know that at first, but I just knew that I had seen him. The first time I seen him actually was I think I was at home and I didn't know about the practice in the park, and I had seen it, and then I was like, "Yo, who is that dude?" Because I was thinking like, "Yo, I should go out there," but I didn't know what practice in the park was. And then I was like, I was looking, I was like, "Yo, who is that?" Then I was like, "Yo, he taking pictures with Grady, yo." Like I was trying to figure out what's going on, like how I missed out on this. And then I made sure I made it the next year, but I ain't see him. I know he was there, but I ain't see him. I was there with some Nets fans. Shout out to Monique, man. She had given me some dope seats, man. I needed that. Facts. She was in a great place. Um, but yeah, shout out to Talking Nets, man. Shout out to Nets Kingdom. Shout out to all of these guys. out here pushing Nets content, man. We all want the Nets to win, man. That's our common thread, man. You know, and yeah, man, it's good to hear some of the. I listen to Talking Nets. It's a lot out there, and I'll be making a lot of content. But I see a lot of content creators out there. You know what I mean? So shout out to them too. But yeah, man, I would link with those guys too, man. I do collabos, all that. But mostly, I'll be kicking up dust. I ain't gonna lie, I was kicking up dust early on running back Philly, and he knew his stuff, man. I ain't gonna cap, man. Dude knew his stuff, man. It was a pleasure to be on his show. I was there for a good few minutes, and yeah, that was before I did the KVN Who Run the City, the podcast. That was fire too. You know, after this, y'all should go watch that. You know what I'm saying? With me and T Time and Nixon and Who Run the City, the podcast. We was on there earlier today at 11 or Saturday at 11 a.m. Every Saturday you can expect us to be there, man. We're gonna show up, man. You Run the City, the podcast. Appreciate y'all, man. But yo, I don't know what you're talking about, T Sweezy. Leave Leonardo alone, man. He be chilling, man. He be chilling. But yeah, man, that's pretty much my 1-2 on how I feel about the Brooklyn Nets and what happened. You know, I pretty much said a lot with Leaf, but before I go, I want to make sure I don't miss nothing. And what I will say is what hurt us the most is them getting all those offensive rebounds. Like, I thought there were a lot of possessions where we played good defense, and you know, it took them more the majority of the shot clock for them to get a good shot up. They had a lot of ball rotation. They had like 30 plus assists. Excuse me. They had, you know, a lot of motion to where we couldn't double Embiid. They knew it was coming, and I think we slowed them down by doing that. But we stopped, and sometimes we would get lazy because we wouldn't follow the ball enough to contest the three. I thought we had gave them way too many open threes, which contributes to them having 21 made threes. So that was problematic for the Brooklyn Net fans watching that happen. You know what I'm saying? That hurt it. You know, that hurt it. Put Cam Thomas in the game. Cam Thomas averaged 40-something points for 3 days, for 3 games, man. We had 101 points. Put him in the game. He won versus the Pacers. Put him in the game. Every time we get a loss and he scored big, they say, oh, we can't win when he scored big. We don't need him to be a hero. As a coach, I think Jock should make it instrumental that he's included. He doesn't even have to be the dominant piece in the office. Just include him in the office like any other player. You know, and he could do like what Mikal Bridges did. Cam Thomas could do the exact same thing that Mikal Bridges do. What do you mean by that, Breezy? Let me tell you. Mikal Bridges, he was scoring like 17 points per. If we could get Cam Thomas to score 17 points a game, we good. So we don't need him to be the number 1 scorer like Mikal Bridges. You can even let Twin be the number 2 scorer, averaging like 20-something. But let Cam Thomas get enough shots where he can get 17. He don't have to get 40. That's how we fix this. I want all you Nets fans to hold your chin up. You know, hold your chin up. I want you to leave this page knowing that you should be confident in the Brooklyn Nets. On Monday when we play, we're going to steal one like Jackie Robinson. You know, they was talking about celebrating Jackie Robinson. Celebrate stealing a game like he was still a base. Let's celebrate that. Brooklyn Nets. Huh? Come on, man. This big fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. What are we talking about? I'm trying to get that win, man. Hold on. Doe said that boy Dinwiddie was throwing the Casper. Oh, man. He trolling my guy Dinwiddie. Yo, shout out to my guy Dinwiddie. You know what I mean? You had a tough game, and I get it. I understand what happened. you were not focused. You got a lot going on, and I just want you to go in that zone. You don't even need your phone. You know, I seen what you said about your screensaver. Just look at your phone. You get that inspiration by looking at your phone, and then just lock in. Just focus on what it is that you need to do to be a great player. You're gonna be handsome because you always talk about how you're good looking, right? You're gonna be good looking, whether you're losing with the Brooklyn Nets or winning with the Brooklyn Nets. But think about how good you will look if you win with the Brooklyn Nets. You don't think you'll be extra for them? Or whoever you looking good for yourself? You don't want to look that good? Like Spencer Dinwiddie, they be like, oh, yeah, they looking good. Nah, you look good when you help the Brooklyn Nets win. Other than that, you your mama's child. I'm just joking, man. It ain't even like that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, bro. As a player, it's how I look at you, and whether you look good or not. I hope that Dinwiddie show up next game. I got your back. I said if Dinwiddie get us to the finals, I'm getting a pair of Dinwiddie. If Dinwiddie get us to the finals, that's a y'all think y'all say that, and I say that, and y'all think I'm joking. But that's on Ed. That I would do it. If Dinwiddie get us to the finals, if he looked that, I will look good. I will feel like I will look good in a pair of Dinwiddies. I will look better in a pair of Dinwiddies. The price might go up. Yesterday's price is not today's price. I might need to get my pair of Dinwiddies right now before the price rise. You heard what I said. If he get us to the finals, if Dinwiddie is part of the reason why we go to the finals, I'm getting the collection. Now, I'm definitely going to get a pair. I don't know if I'm going to get the collection, but I'm going to definitely get a pair. Those said on God, Dinwiddie is not that guy he think he is. BG said nobody want chill. Somebody like it. He probably, you never know. I ain't even gonna put you on the game. You're not even a Spencer fan. You know what I'm saying? You just a KD fan. You probably only buy KD sneakers. Know what I mean? You don't even know about the exclusives. I put you on to Spencer Dinwiddie's. You ain't never know nothing about it until I mentioned it. You should be thanking me for even letting you know about the Dinwiddie's. Talking spicy. Kuz wasn't right. Kuz at home, right on his couch, right in the comfort of his home. He ain't got work tomorrow. He got to run errands. He ain't playing no basketball in the playoffs. Stop it. I got your back there, Dinwiddie, man. We ain't worried about no Kuzma. Stop it. I got Dinwiddie somewhere getting ready right now. Ready to play, ready to win. Yeah. While Kuzma getting ready for a new outfit. Yeah. Dinwiddie getting ready to hoop. he getting ready. Kuzma getting ready to pick out his shoes. Dinwiddie getting ready to hoop. Stop it. Kuzma getting ready for a full photo shoot. Dinwiddie getting ready to hoop. Getting ready to shoot shots that go swish in the net. Stop playing with me, Barry. Don't do me like that. I can't let you do Dinwiddie like that. All facts. Listen, man. Yo, man. Chill, Barry. Yo, call my guy did shitty, man. Y'all funny as hell, but I would tell you right now, that's some bullshit. Y'all starving to call him then shitty. I swear. Listening to that. You wanted Kuzma on the team so bad. That's probably why he ain't come on the team. Because Dinwiddie was on that team, and he was not focused. Dinwiddie was probably don't let him come on this team, man. For God, man. Nah, man. We don't want Kuzma. He ain't a good fit. Hardy cooked up. Hardy did his thing tonight. It's a series though, man. One game don't win the series. Listen, we got something to prove. We still won for Jackie Robinson, man. For Jackie Robinson, we need to steal a game like Jackie Rob still bases. Facts. Let's go, Brooklyn Nets. Let them know you there to play to win, you not to play with. You there to play to win, not to play with. Facts. Everybody want to talk this and that about the Brooklyn Nets. Whole ESPN, they got nothing to go with it with the Brooklyn Nets. Everybody picked the 76ers. I think we got 77 ways to beat the 76ers. I mean, shit, maybe 79. Shit. I mean, and if you was asking how, put Cam Thomas in the game. Penetrate and put that pressure on Joel Embiid. Just go at him all series. We're gonna weigh him down to where he fatigued, where he not efficient shooting the ball, where he gonna try to draw the foul. And we ain't gonna get no offense out of Joel Embiid because we're gonna wear him down. Cam Thomas such an essential piece in these playoffs. Steve Nash made the mistake of not putting Cam Thomas in the playoffs last season. Don't let that be your mistake, Jacque Vaughn. Holla at me if you hear me. Steve Nash made a lot of mistakes. One of them was not playing LaMarcus Aldridge. You played Day'Ron Sharpe. I got you. But you played Joe Harris. Joe Harris is not trustworthy in the playoffs. He showed you that tonight. The adjustment that Jacque Vaughn is necessary for you to make is to make sure that Joe Harris does not get 14 minutes. Next game, he did not earn it in that first game. Add something to need those minutes, or Cam Thomas need those minutes, or even Wasabi Watanabe need those minutes. And I think I'm done. I said all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? I'm a chill. And I want to say shout out to Mikal Bridges before I dip too. And Twin. Y'all chemistry is nice. Y'all chemistry need to be seen more because Twin could go to the paint. He tough and he put pressure on that rim. He either draw the foul, and by drawing the foul, you set the tempo because you stop the game, you know, and you don't team getting points. And now you're putting pressure on the defense to score the ball because you slowed the game down, scored the ball. Now it's pressure on them to score the ball. You know, it slows the game down. And we got to decide what, you know, and, you know, we got to get better in that setting right there. Try to get a string of stops. 3 stops, you could get 6 to 9 points. You understand? Oh my gosh. Yo. Yo. You can't be serious, man.
That works.
Bro. First and foremost, when it was good work, where was you at?
What you mean?
I mean, you were a Nets fan. When it was good work, you wasn't here.
I was here. Oh yeah, what you talking about?
I'm talking about the last part of the season. I think.
Oh yeah, I ain't want to watch that nasty work, man.
That wasn't nasty work. We won the last 5 out of 6.
Nah, it was nasty work. We were struggling. One knocking down shot.
Yo, oh my fuck. Yo, hold on. I got
I ain't
you.
even been watching.
No, not you. Real takes over. He go real takes over fake debates. And before he said, I see you been calling me out. What up? Let me tell you why I was calling you out. I was calling you out because I see you call yourself real takes over fake debates. So you and Chill, you know, y'all chilling, and You go, oh, I ain't even gonna talk about the Philly series. So I said to myself, what do we have here? We got a guy calling himself Real Takes, but don't have the time to even discuss the Brooklyn Nets. And I wasn't jacking it. And ever since then, I was looking for you. And wherever I seen you, I say we're gonna have a debate. Now, I think it's interesting that the availability only popped up after we took a L, but you're welcome. I said you're welcome. I dare you to pull up for smoke. I want all of it. Big smoke. I mean, you see where I'm at. I'm right here, right now. I said we got the Nets in 6. I'm standing on it.
I mean, we just got washed.
I got this, bro. This is a debate. You pulling up for a debate. Just let me handle this. And then we gonna discuss more Nets conversations.
We ain't about to be discussing Nets conversation in a minute, man. And B about to make, you know what I mean? They about to make sure that.
Nah, G saying I'm here. Nah, jump. Are you in the chat? Jump in. I'm not about to debate you from the chat. I'm not about to debate you from the chat. Just tap the link. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat.
Nah, I'm about to get out of here, man. I just try to see what's up with you, man.
Yeah, man. I'm holding my chin up. Hold up. Oh, there you go. I ain't gotta throw the link in the chat. Yeah.
I pull up quick.
Yeah, I love it.
Without that talk.
I love it. But you ain't pull up quick enough before the game started. You wasn't that quick.
No,
I
just
that
heard
quick.
the last couple of times you were saying.
Hold on, because when I say quick, I seen you on.
I'm on your street. I'm on your block. What are you talking about? I pull up
No, I'm
block.
just like, right. That being said, I came on your block. There was nothing going on. So I said, all right, I know he litty, but let me see where. So I went, I see you 3 different places. Now, when I see you on True the King last night, I jumped in. They ain't let me, you know what I mean? But like you said, you on my block. So let's get it. Now, what do you want to, now, again, my beef is that when you was with Chill, you was discussing the whole playoffs. And when it came to the Brooklyn Nets Philly series, you just skipped past it like a
because
pebble
y'all
on the
need
lake.
to get skip. Y'all cooked. Did
Like
you not
a
see
pebble on the lake. I
cooked?
said, oh no, we're not doing this.
Y'all cooked.
Nah, you think it's over because of that? One game?
Y'all might win one game.
Might.
Might.
I got us winning the next 3.
Stop it, bro.
All right, so let me explain.
You
But they
talking
did
from a
tonight.
fan perspective. You know that, right?
No. We going this real takes over fake debates, right? That's what we doing, right?
Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
Okay. Now, we seen what they could do. And honestly, they out hustled us. Like they weren't the better team because they were, I mean, they shot the 3 ball incredible. They broke a record. So let me not cap. But it was the intangibles of the hustle plays, the long ball, the loose ball, and yeah, that for the most part. All of the offensive rebounds, and to be specific, they shot the ball 19 more times than we did, and we had 19 turnovers. And they had a 24-point differential in the 3-pointers. They had yeah, that's what it was, and we lost by 20. So, you know, I mean, we lost that game because they outplayed us. I mean, that's not a debate. I'm not debating what happened. I'm debating we lose this series. That's what I am debating.
You know y'all losing that series. We don't have to debate that though.
Nah,
y'all lost by, I don't think Philly played their best and y'all lost by a dub.
I think they did play their best. They broke a record. They broke a record, bro. How could you say they didn't play their best when they broke a record? They never did what they did before. So they have to play like that. And again, to answer the question of how we win this series, I think we take Joe Harris out the lineup and we put Cam Thomas in.
Now, take Joe Harris out the lineup and put Cam Thomas. They both defenses, defensive liability, and Joe Harris is a better shooter. So how can you?
Technically, we don't have to say theoretically. Technically, we seen Joe Harris choke in the playoffs in the Milwaukee series, and he didn't show any confidence to us as Nets fans that he's going to play well in that second game. I say, as a head coach, a headstrong head coach, hard-nosed coach, you sit him. You didn't play well. I'm playing Cam Thomas. Why? Because we had 101 points and we need points. And what I was saying is he can do two things I was saying. One, that Mikal Bridges is the perfect player to build a team around, because he was significant on the bench and being the main guy on defense, guarding the perimeter, put all his energy into that with the Suns for the most part. Or he could be the number one guy scoring the ball, and he's doing that with the Brooklyn Nets. And to add to that, what I was saying is we could have Cam Thomas do the same thing. Jacque Vaughn had a quote said, "Oh, we don't know how to marry 29 shots." You don't have to marry 29 shots. You could have him do what you could have him doing what Mikal Bridges was doing in the West. And that's scoring 17 points per. If we could get Cam Thomas to score 17 points per, and you do that by subbing Joe Harris out because he's not a trustworthy shooter, I'm not going to go through his statistics and cap form. No, he's not a trustworthy shooter in the playoffs. And Cam Thomas, he calls fourth quarter winning time, and he scores the ball. That's how he got to the NBA. I say trust him. I seen players shine in their second year in the playoffs. I think Rondo for the Celtics is a good example. You know what I'm saying? Rondo for the Celtics. And I have to say he's going to have those same numbers, but I'm just saying they second-year players can do their thing. I'm confident in Cam Thomas. That's how I feel like we went, by taking Joe Harris out the lineup and putting Cam Thomas in the lineup. That's my opinion. My not humble opinion. I stand on that. I mean, you could debate it, though.
Right. You got to stand on it. But now with Cam Thomas, the same problem that your same coach that complained about Cam Thomas, that he don't bring no value defensively. And they said that his points don't bring no value to winning. That's your coach said that's a fact.
Yeah, he was wrong.
He said that the reason why Cam Thomas don't play consistently is that his scoring don't bring no value to winning. So if you got a guy who don't bring no score value to winning, what's the point of having them on? No matter if he scored 50, 40, whatever, it don't matter. And that's what you got to understand. That now only bright thing that's going, because y'all will get beat within 5 games. But only positive gonna come for your Nets is that Mikal Bridges is a star. That's it.
I disagree. I think that Cam Thomas is a star, and I think that
hold
on, let me finish. Let me say this, because I think that Jacque Vaughn theory was wrong about having DFS start over Cam Thomas, because we were supposed to stifle teams in the first quarter, because a lot of the Nets losing happened because we trailed teams from the first quarter, and we will lose the first quarter and we'll always have to, be playing catch up. And that was part of the reason why we were losing games. You put an explosive scorer like Cam Thomas in the first quarter and make him instrumental part of the offense where he's not the number one guy. Mikal Bridges is. And you get him in a situation where you want him to score 17 per, so he's going to take open shots if we moving the ball around and they keep doubling the number one guy. He said you don't even have to make him the number 2 guy for him to score 17 per. You can make him the number 3 guy. All you got to do is keep the ball in motion, keep passing it until you find the best shot, not just a good shot. And I think Cam Thomas is a guy that put pressure on the rim. All the 3-pointers that we take as a ball club, as a ball team, we need somebody like Cam Thomas to put pressure on the rim. And he does that, and he showed that. And to land the plane saying this, because I know Andre B came here for smoke, we scored 101 points. He could definitely help us. So as much as Jacque Vaughn said what he said, respectfully, as a vlogger, big fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog, I debate what you said. I think Cam Thomas makes all the difference in the world for the Nets as far as putting him in for Joe Harris. Hell yeah. But go ahead, talk your shit, bro.
No, I'll let bro come in who came in talking shit.
Yeah, not you, SB. I'm talking to Andre. I know he a Nets fan. I mean, 76ers fan. You're a Chicago Bull fan. That's why I thought it was funny you was talking out of spicy too. I was like, oh man.
Man, y'all niggas trash too. Y'all niggas trash too. Y'all niggas trash.
Yeah, I mean, Breezy, I got a question for you. So, what you saw from today, if you're the Brooklyn Nets coach, like heading into game 2, what are your adjustments that you gonna make for game 2?
Some adjustments we don't have to make. I like Twin. I like what Macau did, but I'm giving him the ball more. And if they double him, I got Cam Thomas right there because you can't double Cam Thomas and Macau Bridges at the same time. Yeah, I can't. Okay, go ahead, do it. If y'all try to double Cam Thomas and Macau Bridges, y'all gonna exert a lot of energy and we're gonna score big in the second half of that quarter. Like we're gonna go on runs. I feel like that because Cam Thomas is hungry and he got something to prove. He didn't score 46 points the last game of the season for nothing. He wants this. As much as y'all may think that I'm a big fan and this is why I'm talking about him, and it's just a nice sounding soliloquy for you guys. Nah, Cam Thomas did not score 46 points for nothing the last season of the game. He could make us winning in 6, maybe 7. I give y'all 7, but we winning. Oh yeah, we winning for sure. Like I give it
Philly.
So you're not.
Yeah,
Well,
we've been in Philly.
Wait, Breezy, you didn't talk about the hustle plays, how they got more offensive rebounds and they had more second chance points, and they moved the ball around a lot more than Brooklyn did, and
you had more assists,
and y'all had more turnovers as well. So how do you make adjustments to that?
Cam Thomas, and let me explain the adjustments, right? So I'm not fan power, right? Cam Thomas is a player that if you don't double him, you're not going to get the ball out of his hands. He wants the ball in his hands. And Dinwiddie is more a facilitator, but he could penetrate dish. So if Cam Thomas got the ball in his hands and y'all don't double him, then he's going to go to the basket. Y'all can't stop him. That's how I look at it. You make him aggressive. You got Macau Bridges, who led the league in corner 3-pointers right there in the corner. So if y'all double him, he got Macau Bridges right there. Or if you go the other way, he got Twin in the other corner. You could utilize him where you give him the green light to let him score 17 per game. Now, if he score, how these players are. Some of these players, they don't score. You know how a player, they'll score 30, right? But they don't score 30 because they scored 8 points every quarter. Nah, they be going on runs. It'd be like 4 points one quarter, then one quarter they'll score like 12 or 16.
16, yeah.
Like it'd be like that. You feel what I'm saying? So I think Cam Thomas is one of those players that could do streak like that. He could get streaky like that and score big in a quarter like that. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him do it on plenty of times. So yeah, I think it's him, man. He's the X factor in my opinion after what I've seen tonight. And I got no pushback for what you said. We need to handle the ball better. We was real sloppy with the ball, a lot of turnovers, and you can't do that on the road, especially playoffs. So
right.
6 and 5.
Yeah, I got
that
6
cap.
and 5
Talking about 6 and 5. The 6s got the size of you guys. Size, star power, shooting. 6s and 5.
Yeah, 6 and 5.
6.
Yeah, I got the 6s and 0, like for real.
Oh my god,
nah,
bro, they just want a game.
Nah, seriously, I do feel like the players responded well to it too. Like I watched the post game interviews and it was like, yo, they hit us in the mouth, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? They did what they did, and it's up to us to respond. So the players, they, the way they look at it is like they understand that this team was going to do exactly what they did, and I think we felt like we took the best of what they're going to bring. Pause. And I mean, they broke a record, man. 21. Even if they didn't break a record, 21 threes in the playoffs is nothing to sneeze at a 48% clip.
Right.
Yep.
It's just you gotta respect that. You know what I'm saying? And the coaches even gave kudos to the players. He was like, yo, they just shot at a high percentage, and some of them was, he gave them props. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know, man.
But he capped.
I don't want to say that y'all not a good team, bro. Because what I seen when I watched the game, y'all are a good team. But I do think y'all could be beat though, bro. I do. It's flaws in every team, and like you said though, those hustle plays mean a lot.
Right.
Mm.
They did. And you still, how you feel about Daron Sharp?
I think he gotta be more aggressive. Shout the real takes over fake debates. He did pull up for the smoke. I think he gotta play better. I think he a good player, but he gotta play better. Everybody's saying 6s and 5s, man.
Nah. Yeah, 6 and 5.
I can't agree with that, man. I can't agree with that. I got the Nets in 6 or 7. But after tonight's game, I do admit that I thought we was gonna steal that first game. I think if we do steal, we gotta be next game, man. We gotta steal that next game.
I thought so too, because the Sixers they be giving up game ones like that. I remember last year they gave up game one to. I mean, the year before they gave up game one to Atlanta. When we played you in 2019, we gave y'all game one. So I was thinking that they probably dropped this game and, gentlemen sweep you on the next 4. But they came out and they was aggressive from the start.
Yeah, nah, I think that they scored big. They outscored us every quarter, as you can see. I think the best thing we could do is switch the lineup, because if we're not going to stop y'all from scoring, we got to try to score with y'all. And I think ultimately, when we tried to score with y'all in the second quarter, we still got outscored. So, but when you look at the difference, it's only 4 points. You know what I'm saying? The fourth quarter we got outscored by 8 points. In the first quarter we got outscored by 5 points. Like, all of those points add up, and we never had the lead. And that's another thing. We didn't never have the lead. We gotta get the lead and, you know what I'm saying, be able to control the tempo of the game. You had the tempo and the pace of the entire game. And the only way we could change that is we put Cam Thomas in, and he another ball handler. You know what I'm saying? Or add something. I would even throw Patty Mills in there before Joe Harris. I ain't gonna cut. Word. Yo, that was you trolling me? That was you on IG?
Oh yeah. You
funny as hell. I knew that was
you. Yeah, but I mean, I love how y'all really made it hard on James Harden, and y'all doubled Embiid from the start. I was like, damn, triple teams, god damn. But I mean, he was making the right plays and passing it out, and that was the best game plan, because it was like, would you rather let Embiid go for 40, or you let other teammates beat you? And y'all went for the other choice, which was great, because you can't let Embiid go for 40.
Nah, but the defense they played on Embiid was good. It was just that y'all shot at a high clip for the 3-point line. That shit was ridiculous, bro. Like, I mean, again, y'all broke a record. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was, and I think that's what happened with Jacque Vaughn. He made it like a make or miss league. And I was saying that too, like, certain players got to show up, and they did. Like Tobias Harris.
Right.
Like Tobias Harris, when he was scoring, like, we was like, oh, all right. He was 3 for 3 behind the arc. You're like, God damn, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when the last time he ever been 3 for 3? Now he 3 for 3 and shit. You know what I mean? Like, so sometimes it be like that. So we didn't let Embiid beat us, and the players that we kind of forced the offense to go through, they showed up. Even though Harden was 8 for 21 in that second quarter, the end of the first quarter when he hit that 3, right?
Right.
It was like Yak held the tempo with his points. You know what I'm saying? Right. He had one on a little run, and then again he had 13 assists too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna lie, he gave us a hard time, man. But fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, but scoring wise, I feel like y'all did a good job on him in the first quarter, because he was like 2 of 9 to start, but he started going his run in the second quarter and starting to take off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so them wings definitely bothered them.
Yeah, nah, y'all played a good game, man. Y'all have 4 players, and man, yeah, I'm tight. Y'all played a good game, man. I ain't gonna lie, y'all had 5 players in double digits. And that just show y'all had balance, man. Like I say, y'all moved the ball. Y'all had, fucking
they had like 32
assists. That's it, crazy. 19 turnovers. We gotta protect it. And again, we never had the lead. Our bench wasn't that bad. Like y'all scored 32 points off the bench. We scored 28. But Paul Reed, he looked like the star for the bench tonight.
Right.
In my opinion. But I don't know, man. I like the only thing that I like that we did tonight was give Mikal Bridges the ball in the first half. I said, yo, this guy's nice. Like,
yeah, he was
I
cooking.
I was like, yo, I'm starting to really like this dude. Like, for real, he is a number one guy. I wasn't sure if he was a number one guy, but after what I seen in the first half, I was surprised that he only had like 2 shots in the second half. I was like, even if they double him, you still got to find a way to get him the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got to find more of a, an offensive attack. Nice. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. It just is what it is. You got to take that loss. And like I said, the players, they seem really confident going into the next game. Like they know what they need to do. Like they understand they took that loss. They're going to watch film, bounce back, rebound. You know what I'm saying? But we not, you know what I mean? We going to hold our head up. That's basically how the team sound, like on some for real shit. Like, yeah, we understand. So, we good though, know what I mean? But we be ready for that second game though. So, we might try to get that second game because we definitely don't want to go down 0-2. I don't think the Brooklyn Nets is a team that want to go down Brooklyn 2. I mean 0-2. You want to see the go. You want to go back to Brooklyn tied up. You want to go back to Brooklyn 1-up. If you go back to Brooklyn 1-up, you good. We good. I think we feel like we need that. Like this is a elimination game for us. Like I think it's that serious for us.
Right.
Like I think that's the urgency we gotta play in this second game.
Right.
It would have alleviated the pressure if we won tonight or last game. If you know what I mean, we played that second game, we probably wouldn't have had the same urgency. But because we didn't get that one, and I think that we could do that. I think we can, but it's gonna be tough, man. PG said Joel going for 40 next game. Listen, man, we'll see, man. We'll see. We gotta protect the ball. 19 turnovers, but they had 19 extra shots. That's just
a game right there.
Yeah, like come on, man. Like protect the ball. Like protect the ball. And it's so crazy, right? Because I'll leave off saying this, right? They had 19 more shots. And this is how I know we play good defense. But because they had 19 more shots, it made a difference. Like,
right.
They had 3 more field goals. So they had 42 field goals out of 89 shots. We had 39 out of 70. So what I'm saying is they had 3 more field goals, but it make all of that difference to have those 19 shots because you got free throws and you got 3-point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those field goals is 3-pointers and all type of shit, man.
Right.
40. Nah, man. But yeah, man.
I don't think Embiid can go for 40 because the double teams he's attracting is just crazy. Double and triple teams that he attracting is just crazy.
Yeah.
If y'all let him go 1-on-1, he getting 40 for sure.
Nah, we definitely not gonna let him go 1-on-1. If he go 1-on-1, I think he'll get to the foul line too much. And I think we did good. But at the end of the day, if y'all going to knock down the 3-ball like that, it's because we not contesting the 3-ball. I seen a lot of open 3-pointers for the 76ers. Like I think they put too many open 3-pointers. And I thought the 3-pointers came off of the offensive rebound. Like y'all would get the offensive rebound and kick it out for the open 3-ball. So I'm like, yo, where the other players at? Like where y'all go? Y'all not even on the TV. Like y'all on the other side of the floor waiting for a fast break. You got to get back to the play. These the playoffs. Right. You don't do that now. It's it.
Right.
You gotta hustle, man. Y'all outplayed us. So shout out to y'all, man. I can't even cap like it was the referees, man. Y'all just play good basketball.
And Finney Smith need to do a better job at grabbing rebounds. He only had 1 rebound tonight. It's not good for a power forward.
Yeah, the reason why I mentioned Cam Thomas too, you know, he can start over DFS because DFS is part of the defensive side of the ball for the most part. He's a 3-and-D player. And I think we need to create more space for Dinwiddie to do what he needs to do. He needs a scoring guard for him to be what he does. You know, he can't be a scoring threat and a facilitator if the other guy's a 3-and-D guy, like a 3-and-D guy, like a DFS. And the only reason why Spencer and DFS work in the starting lineup because they had a dominant scoring guy like Luka. So the ball is not even in Dinwiddie hands half the time. It's in Luka hands.
Right.
So I think that's the misunderstanding. It's just the personnel and understanding that, you know, who's on your team and the role you play because these are your teammates or your specific teammates, you know. You gotta know who your teammates are, you know. I think that Cam Thomas needs to get to know his teammates better in the starting lineup, you know what I'm saying? Because DFS is not helping us stop these teams in the first quarter. They still outscoring us. If they outscoring us, DFS should sit. In more quarters than not, he's been getting minutes over Cam Thomas. I think Cam Thomas needs to start over DFS and get Joe Harris minutes and then let it trickle down from there. So if you ask me, if that is my honest, that's how I really look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like if he does that, I'm not saying this is what the coach is going to do. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if he does do that, I think it'll make all the difference for the Brooklyn Nets.
But if you take Dorian Finney-Smith out the lineup and you put Cam Thomas, who gonna be your forward?
My forward, I'm gonna have
because Cam Thomas is a guard.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I'm gonna have Twin there. Twin gonna be there. Twin is 6'8".
Okay.
I'll put Twin there and I'll put Mikal Bridges at
the 3. Okay.
Yeah. Put Cam Thomas
makes sense.
Too. I'll do it like that just off of the strength that we need more points. You know what I mean? We are scoring droughts. There was times where Philly didn't score, but we couldn't score neither. I seen plays where y'all go 3 stringers. We had a string of stops, and you know, shout to you know what I'm saying. Shout to Mikal Bridges for knocking down the 3. He became a scoring weapon. Like I didn't see that coming. Pause. I did not know that he was going to do that. And for the most part, I just feel like he just gotta make sure that he know how to play with Cam Thomas, so that way all of the offense ain't gotta come from him, and he has a guy to, you know, like the Twin to like bail out if they double Mikal Bridges, because if he gonna keep putting up 30 per, you know, defenses is gonna start doubling him.
Yeah.
So if they're gonna start doubling him, then what do? You put in Cam Thomas. They can't double Mikal Bridges and Cam Thomas. But if you got them you got Cam Thomas on the bench, yeah, they're gonna double him. But if they on the floor at the same time, it's not gonna work. And then a guy like Spencer Dinwiddie, he could find whoever. He's a good passer in that type of situation because he got 2 people that's gonna look for the 2-pointer. You got Mikal Bridges, he love that midi. They call him Midi Mikal. You got Cam Thomas, he got the midi. Or he'll go to the paint. So, and shout out to Mikal Bridges. That dunk was fire. I seen that dunk. Man. That dunk was nice.
Yeah, but bro, I don't know about Spencer Dinwiddie, bro.
I get it. You know? But and again, I said that, and I pull up for Stat Muse too. And I seen the matchup. He had scored that game that I'm talking about with Harden. He had scored like 30. He lost that matchup tonight, though, man. He got it.
He did.
He you know what I'm saying, Harden? You won that matchup tonight. But then he gonna be back, man. He a competitor. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we'll see.
He made his name being tough out here. You heard? But
right.
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Andre B. He a Philly fan. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. I'll be here all playoffs. You know that.
Yep. All right, Breezy. I gotta get up out of here, bro.
All right, man. Shout out to you, man.
All right, bro. Peace.
Shout out to BG. Shout out to Doe. Shout out to the chat. I appreciate y'all, man. I just wanted to pull up, let y'all know, man. Nets fans is the best fans. Hold your chin up. Hold your head up. I know this loss hurt. And listen, I'm here for you. You always got a page to come to vent and get your frustrations off. Leave your questions in the comments. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the subscribe for my pachizzle. Subscribe to my page, man. Please. Yeah, man. We out here, man. I'll see y'all next game on Monday night. Peace.
Big fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog.
We are